everyone, and today I have this stunning Nomad eyeshadow palette. This is their New Zealand Stargazing palette. When I first saw this palette I had to get it. It looks like the most fun colour story that's come out in ages. I've created two looks with this which I've recorded over the last 2 days and will now show you. One's a bit of a party look and one is more of an everyday look. And before I start the video, if you're new here, hi, my name's Hannah, I'm 47 and I'm not a professional, I'm just somebody who loves makeup. I love to share that passion here on this channel with you, and also to show everybody with mature skin like me that we can enjoy makeup just like everybody else. So now onto the video. So here is the beautiful box that this palette comes in, and then here is the palette itself. And then look at this colour story. I think what really excited me about this one is the number of multi-chromes, because I love multi-chromes. This palette has 9 mattes and 6 multi-chromes. I'll do a quick swatch for you now and I'll show you firstly the mattes and then the multi-chromes. So starting here with the top row, this is Dark Sky Nation, which is a very deep black. Swatches quite well for a black. This one is Carter Observatory, and this is a very rich midnight purple. And this one here is Auckland Stardome, is a matte magenta. This one on the row is called AORAKI MAXKENZIE. I don't know if I'm butchering these names here, apologies if I am. And that's a lovely violet shade. So there we have the first 4 mattes all in the top row. Now from the second row, I'm going left to right with these swatches. This is TEKAPO Stargazing. Again, apologies if I'm butchering that. And this is a matte blue, a very deep matte blue. Swatched reasonably well for a blue. Then this one is called the Cosmos. This is a sky lavender. Looks more like a grey to me. Anyway, that's a sky lavender. And the next one, this is Southern Lights, and this is a matte rose. So there we go. Keep in mind as well that I'm not going back in with these swatches. This is literally the very first touch, so this does show how pigmented these are. These are very pigmented indeed. And now from the bottom row we have Tongariro Night Hike. Not really showing up on my hand, this one, but this is one of the palest in the whole palette, which is a very good transition shade really. This is a matte mauve. I'll just go in for a second swatch on this one to show you if it deepens up at all, but this is really supposed to be the lighter shade. There we go, so that's 2 swatches for that one. And the next one is Queenstown Skyline, and this is a nebula nude, a matte nebula nude it's described as. It's not showing up much again, but that's what you'd expect because you need that from the lighter palettes. Don't know what's happening there. There we go, so there's those 2. And now for the fun part, the duochrome. So from the top row there's only one duochrome, and this one is called CARINA NEBULA. And this is a multi-chrome shift gold plum to sienna. So here we go. God, you can see that, can't you, straight away? Look at that. Gold, plum, sienna. Absolutely beautiful. Now from the second row we have Milky Way, and this shifts from deep blue to cobalt to violet. So here we go. Then see the shifts. I hope this is being picked up by the camera. Next we have Jewel Box, which shifts from gold to yellow to green. This one is my personal favourite so far in this palette. And the last 3 now on the bottom row. The first one is called Southern Cross, and this one shifts from purple to green to gold. There we go, can you see there? There's the greeny, purple, And then you can see the gold coming through as you move it down. It's just exceptional. And next we have Aurora Australis, and this shifts from pink to lilac to grey lavender. This one is stunning. I say that, they're all stunning. And the last one is called Magellanic Clouds, and this is a shift from white to pink to rose gold. And playing with this makes an exceptional topper. You put this on top of blue. In fact, I'll just show you what I mean because I'm not doing this with the eye look today. So if you have this blue all over your eyes, and then you pop Magellanic Clouds over the top. I'll just show you how these two look together. Look at that. I love this combination. So obviously with this palette there's so many things you could do, so many looks and so many combinations. So I've only done 2 for today and I'd like to show them to you now so you can see what you think. Do you prefer the party or do you prefer the everyday that I've created? And in each clip I have tried to keep the entire blending process in for you. I've just speeded it up, but I thought it was important to show you just how much blending is involved with some of these colours, just so you know if you don't know already. And here's the 2 looks. So starting with AORAKI MAXKENZIE and an eyeliner pen from Charlotte Tilbury, just marking out the shape here across the top. And then going in with AUCKLAND STARDOME across the top and blending this out across. Then Queenstown Skyline, which I'm using just to soften the edges across the top here. And going in with Carter Observatory and an eyeliner brush underneath the eye, keeping this tight to the lashes, taking a little wing up, and then going above, also keeping it tight to the lashes, and building a slightly thicker wing. So far all of these have worked very well. Now TEKAPO Stargazing I'm using next to buff out the blue shade and start bringing it up a little bit closer and softening the edge of the wing. And then Jewel Box, this is the shade I wanted to use the most. I'm going to use this now to fill pretty much the entire area, and with the brush I'm using there I'm just taking it to fill in the gap by turning the brush on the side. And now taking the flat edge of the brush to fill the rest of the eye. There was no fallout with this, which I thought was fantastic for this type of shade. I did go back in probably about 10 times and then running it below the eye to match up. And now Aurora Australis in the corner of the eye, giving it a little bit of a pink pop of light, and underneath the eyebrow. And back in with Tongarina Night Hike, just buffing out the entire pink purple area below and above, just softening the edges of the whole look. And I went in then with Milky Way and used a liner pen to tight line across the eyelashes. Not necessarily something I needed to do, didn't make a huge difference to the look, but I wanted to test out and maybe get a bit of glitter in the eyeline. I just went over the wing here and underneath the eye. And then a quick blend out again. And that's it. Curling my lashes, popping on mascara, and here's the final look. So this is my party look using this incredible eyeshadow palette. What do you think? And now I'll show you my second look. So starting with the Cosmos shade and running this underneath the eye and taking it up into a wing and bringing it across the top as well, making this a deeper wing and buffing this out. This was so easy to blend actually. And then TEKAPO Stargazing, this very deep blue. Now patting this into the corner, you can see it was a bit patchy to start with here, and this did require quite a lot of blending to neaten this up. So I took in a clean brush at this stage to try and clean it up and bring it across the eyelid a little bit. And then in with Queenstown Skyline to soften the edges, and using this as a transition shade, bringing it up towards the eyebrow. And then with my finger I went in with Aurora Australis, and just look at this colour, absolutely gorgeous, and I love the way this works with the blue. I ran this underneath the lid as well. And then in with Magellanic Clouds, and this I put into the corner to have a pop of light and underneath my eyebrow. And that's it. Curling my lashes and mascara on. And here's the final look. This is a much more everyday, user-friendly look, I think. So which one do you prefer? I love making the party one the most, but I think I do prefer the everyday look. What about you? So I've just gone off camera and I've done the second look again today. I love this look. Just look at all the shifts as you turn your face. It's just, oh, I love it, I love it. So I hope you've enjoyed those tutorials. I'm sure you could create about 100 looks with this palette because it's just got endless possibilities, and I just have the most fun when I use palettes like this. I love playing with all the different colours, and I just adore a duochrome, but these are triple chrome, most of them, so fantastic. And a quick mention about the brushes I used, because with this look I honestly don't think I could have done it without my Rephr minis, because they've become so useful for this sort of precise work. I don't know if you're familiar with them. This is the Rephr number 2 mini, which is the one I use to pat in all the shimmer through here with a complicated eye look. And this is the number 13 mini. Now this one is fabulous when you're just trying to buff out the deep shades here and run the wing across there. It's just for a fine detail shader, it's so good. And then there's the Rephr 14 mini, which is a very similar style brush, and I would say that's more for outer edges and a bit less precision than with the smaller one. But basically I swap between the two of these for the precise, I say precise, it's the buffing out, but more precise buffing out when you want to neaten up an edge rather than actually buffing an entire colour into your eye. So these two are just fabulous for that. And then the Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner pen is my absolute number 1 at the moment for using for eyeliner. I love to use eyeshadow as my eyeliner, so this is something I've been using every day for a long time now. It's just got a lovely fine nib on it, and it's got a very solid handle, so yeah, this is my favourite. And the blending out, I was using my Sonia G Blender Pro, which is the one I use pretty much all the time. This is just perfect for that finishing off, blending out, buffing out, then putting the transition colour across the top, just tidying up generally across the entire look. So yeah, this is something that gets used for every single eyeshadow look that I ever do. So if you're interested in any of these brushes, they're all linked for you down below. There's also a link for the Nomad eyeshadow palette. I'm afraid I don't have any discounts for these at the moment. I think Charlotte Tilbury I do have a discount code for, but not for any of the others at the moment. So I can't offer you a discount, I'm afraid. Anyway, I've had great fun with this eyeshadow palette. I've loved playing with it, and I'm sure I'll continue to play with it for a very long time because it is so much fun. If you like colours and if you like duochromes, then run to get this palette, because for me it's the best palette I've tried in a long time. And for me, I've tried I think 3 or 4 Nomad palettes, and this is my number 1 Nomad palette by a mile. I adore this palette, it's beautiful. Anyway, that's all from me for today, and if you've enjoyed this video, I would love it if you could like and subscribe below. It really does help me with keeping my channel going, and I'll see you for my next video hopefully. Bye!